What's up, everyone? It's your host, Ghost, coming to you live with another wonderful video. Um, how's everyone doing? My non-existent people watching it, but my people that will be watching it later on. How's everyone doing? I hope you all are having a great day on this Thursday. Man, it's Thursday already. Fuck, time flies when you're having fun. Apparently. Oh man. I'd like to say I'm look forward to the weekend, but I'm always working on the weekend, so I guess I don't have much to look forward to. Um, all right, so we got a few things we're gonna talk about today. Um, we're gonna talk about Seattle. The homeless are fighting back in Seattle, which I find hilarious. Um, Mainly the reasoning that they're fighting back is what's hilarious. Um, and then we're going to go back into some old news. Uh, and A man has been sentenced. No, sorry, that was an insult to mankind. A monster has been sentenced. When was he sentenced? Was he sentenced yesterday? Yes, yesterday. Uh, oh, okay, yeah, he was sentenced yesterday. Um, this monster was sentenced yesterday for the rape of a 10-year-old child. Uh, Now, elements of the story may sound a bit familiar. Uh, so we'll go over that. It's a little familiar. Oh, now I'm on Rumble. All right. Well, now I've started on Rumble, or I've at least at some point been starting on Rumble. So back to what I was saying. We're going to talk about the homeless fighting back in Seattle. Hilarious reasons that make me laugh. We're going to talk about a monster that was sentenced today for the rape of a 10-year-old child. If that sounds familiar, then maybe you follow Megan Fox Ryder is, I think, her name. Hold on. Not the actress, not the hot actress, but the journalist. If that story sounds somewhat familiar, then you're more than likely Megan Fox Ryder. Yes, yes, Megan Fox Ryder, not the hot actress. So if elements of that story sound a bit familiar, that's probably why. Let's see. So we'll talk about that. We're going to talk about an individual. Now, obviously, I really don't know how accurate this thing is, but an individual that has regretted their transitioning. And then, after all this wonderful darkness with two of the topics, we're gonna laugh at someone. We're gonna laugh at a woman that is terrified of lizard people. I don't know really know how else to word it, but yeah, we're gonna talk about that, and that'll probably consist of the show. I don't know how long this show is gonna run. Probably, I mean, knowing how fast I do this shit, probably 30 minutes. So maybe we'll scroll Twitter and laugh at stuff. A lot of these new stories are coming from Twitter, just because that's what it is. All right, so let's get to it. So first, we're gonna start and talk about Seattle, that garbage city that is fucking terrible as hell. Okay, so in a few days, July 11th, which is what? I don't know my dates. Which is a Tuesday. It's next Tuesday or this Tuesday, depending. They are going to host the Major League Baseball All-Star game. So for the last couple months, a little bit, whatever plans, whatever, they've been moving homeless people out from around the arena. The arena, let's see, T-Mobile Arena. Yeah, the T-Mobile Arena is there downtown, kind of almost basically when you enter Seattle, it's right there. But so they're they're hosting this All-Star game on July 11th, and so to try and make the city nice, they have shockingly been moving homeless people out of the area to keep the area looking nice. Because there are going to be a lot of fancy, rich people that are going to be there. Oh, sorry, just got off work. All right, so and now the homeless people are angry. They're very angry. So apparently, there's this poster going around. I don't know. This comes from at Katie Davis Court. She's a reporter for was it T Post Malayo. She's out of Seattle. She's a journalist. Okay, so that's what it's come from. All right, so let's read this thing. The Seattle homeless community announced that they will be going to war during the MLB All-Star Game. Homeless vagrants plan to occupy parking lots of tailgating areas in defiance of the city removing their encampments before the day or before the game. Let's F their day up. Let's fuck their day up. I don't know why I said F when I've been cussing this entire time. All right, so fuck baseball, fuck this mayor, fuck this city. It's kind of funny to read that, considering that, they live in a city that's pretty lenient on them. There we go. So it's kind of funny to read that. Anyways, let's fuck their day up July 11th, the All-Star Game. They've been pushing us around for months, hoping to clear us. Oh, sorry. Us out of sight for the MLB All-Star Game on July 11th. Let's make sure all their work was for nothing. Just imagine when tailgaters and rich assholes show up for the big game, they're going to find exactly what the city works so hard to prevent. Us. July 10th, all day, prepare to move. A support team will come around to supply coffee and food and help the last-minute problems. July 11th, 12 a.m., move to Soto. We'll figure out exactly where. Just don't arrive sooner than midnight. 1 a.m., a little party. Thanks for being part of this. Let's celebrate. Get one over on the guy. I think it says. 5 p.m., MLB All-Star Game. We'll show up inside of 72 hours. They can't really complain that we're there. And when all is said and done, you'll get first shot at newly open parking. Right now, all major Soto no parking zones expire on July 11th. All right. So, I mean, first off, let's just, be a little suspicious here. Okay. That's some pretty nice printing and everything for homeless people. I mean, it's pretty nice. It's all like lined up in paper and not scrawled on some sign. So, I mean, I'm just gonna ask, like, how, when, who made the signs? who made this sign? that's what I'm seeing now. Because I'm just saying, maybe this is true, maybe it's not. But regardless, I kind of hope it is true. Because the homeless population have been a huge problem in Seattle. They're pretty much fucking everywhere, and there's a lot of people that are like, they're mentally disabled, and they, cause a lot of problems. They attack people, and everything. Oh yeah, I forgot about that shit too. Sorry, I got distracted. I was looking at Twitter. That's my bad. Anyways, so there's been a huge homeless problem going on in Seattle lately. Like I talked about this on my show, a few weeks ago. There was a pregnant lady that was shot by a homeless person unprovoked. She was Asian, he was black. Make your conclusions. There's so much homeless. There's a lot of fentanyl going on in the city, and it's a really, it's not the best place to be at the moment, shockingly. So I really hope, like, if this is true, I don't believe it is. That's way too pretty and stuff for him, and it seems too well coordinated. But let's say it's true, and I kind of hope it is. It would be really nice because it would embarrass the mayor that's been hasn't really done much, and I think he just got elected not too long ago. Hold on, mayor. Okay, so he's been interim mayor for like 20 since 2017, and then he's been officially the mayor in 20 since 2021. All right, so he's been around. Oh, sorry, he's been around for quite a bit, and he has yet to done anything about the homeless. Man, all that he's really done is just help. Like he's hasn't done really anything. There's still a lot of homeless. If you go down on Third and Pike, that's where they all are. They're smoking. If you go anywhere in downtown Seattle, really, and Third and Pike is right next to Pike's Place Market, which is a very famous tourist destination. They're all over in that general area. They're on Jackson Street in Chinatown. They're all over. So there's so many homeless people. And this mayor hasn't done jack shit with it, which, hey, what can you expect? He's a Democrat, I'm pretty sure. Um, hold on. I like to be somewhat. Oh, I love how that. When type in is the mayor, and it instantly said is the mayor of Seattle, Washington, a Democrat. So, man, I gotta go on this guy's Wikipedia page. Oh, apparently he's nonpartisan. Hmm, I don't know. Okay, whatever, not important. Anyways, he hasn't really done much when it comes to the homeless population. Like I said, it's been still pretty bad. I think there was just a stabbing recently. Guarantee that was a homeless person. Like the shooting I talked about before, that was a homeless person. There's giant fentanyl epidemic going on. Mostly homeless. There's a bunch of homeless all along Third Ave. So he hasn't really done much. And when it comes to homeless people, so it'd be really funny to see this and have him get embarrassed by all this. He probably won't. One, it's probably not true, and two, he can never embarrass people in Seattle, even though it's disgusting to look there. But again, I don't think it's true. I don't, that paper was way too nice for a homeless person to type it up, and all that stuff seems way too organized for homeless people to get it. So, all right, gotta get my fan. It's hot in here. Um, unless it's some like conservative or whatever, just trying to embarrass the mayor for this, and so they're just gathering the homeless. Um, we'll see. I'll let you know July 11th if I remember. I don't know. Oh, sorry, I'm tired. Anyways, so that's that. It's pretty funny. That whole paper is really funny. We'll see what happens. I would really love for it to happen, just because it'd be really funny, and maybe it'll end up making lighting a fire under these the mayor and the city councilors' ass to do something about the homeless population and try and clean up the goddamn city so that people can be proud of Seattle. All right. So back to the next topic. Next topic we're going to talk about is a monster. Obviously, I don't mean a literal monster, but he is a monster. So, man sentenced to life in prison for rape of 10-year-old girl who then sought abortion in Indiana. Gerson Fuentes, 28, pleaded guilty to the rape of a child who had traveled from Ohio to Indiana to terminate a pregnancy. Now, for those who may not remember, this was a big story back. Let's see. back actually a year ago, roughly. Actually, a little over a year ago. So back in June 24, 2022, around that time frame, or it was at least brought up in that time frame. Now, why? Well, Roe v. Wade was just overturned and equalized everything for the genders. Or just at least put everything back into the hands of the state where it really belongs in these type of matters. Um, sorry. But this was reported by people that were pro-abortion. I don't say pro-choice; it's pro-abortion. But this was talked about by people who are pro-abortion to try and because when they don't have any logical arguments, they generally try and go for the feels. You see that happening a lot. They always go for an extreme example. And so they go with the feels. They're like, hey, look, there's this 10-year-old who got raped or who's pregnant and had to go from Ohio because they didn't allow abortions in Ohio to Indiana to get an abortion. There was like some doctor that was talking about this and trying to prove a point. Well, I mean, it turns out that there was never a question asked that why is a 10-year-old, I mean, a 10-year-old, one, why is a 10-year-old pregnant? Two, why is, generally speaking, if a 10-year-old is traveling with someone, more than likely they're going to be the ones that had caused that pregnancy. So this was a big story. Well, I mean, it wasn't a big story. It should have been a bigger story, but it wasn't that big of a story. But Megan Fox Ryder, she talked about this a lot. And there was a lot of talks, and they're trying to figure out. And it wasn't until like shortly after she broke the news, it turned out this guy ended up getting arrested. So now he got sentenced. So, but anyways, that's the very well, hey, look, he even talks about it. I hadn't even read this. I didn't realize it. So, but apparently, he, anyways, we'll read the news story. All right. So the man charged with raping a 10-year-old girl who traveled to Indiana for an abortion pled guilty to the rape Wednesday and was immediately sentenced to life in prison. Too good. That's too good for him. I know. Well, no, let's go. Fuentes, 28, was charged with 2 felony counts of rape in an indictment filed in Franklin County, Ohio, last year in a case that made national headlines. Okay, so it made national headlines. I don't remember seeing it make national headlines, but whatever. After Roe v. Wade was overturned, Fuentes, a Guatemalan national, confessed to raping the child in a interview with police, according to documents filed in Franklin County Municipal Court. He was charged with the rape of a minor and was supposed to stand trial in January, but the case was delayed. The Fuentes was sentenced to life in prison with the possibility of parole after 25 years and will have to register as a Tier 3 ex-offender. Prosecutors said the victim's mother did not object to the plea and agreed to sentencing recommendations. Now, why did I just say that's too good for him? Hey, he doesn't have his freedom. He's going to be in prison for a long time, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah, well, I like my rapists like I like my, traitors in to the Starks in Game of Thrones. Castrated. That's how I like my rapists, especially pedophiles. Just me personally, I'm not asking, for anyone to go out and do it or anything like that. But that's personally what I like with when it comes to these pedophiles and rapists and stuff. Or Old Sparky. One of the two. I think the Theon Greyjoy treatment's a lot better because then they got to go life and live it as a eunuch. That's great. All right. Franklin County Judge Julie Lynch said that courts considered Fuentes' crimes among the most serious offenses, and it was a hard pill for the court to agree to the joint sentencing recommendations, apparently referring to the possibility of parole. If the family hadn't begged me to take this joint recommendations, this would never be happening. Now, odds are, I'm just guessing, odds are the reason the family wanted I'm hoping, okay, this is what I'm hoping. I'm hoping the reason that the family wanted the judge to take the joint recommendation was because of the fact that this poor child would not have to oh, okay, all right, well, more, hold on, sorry. um the child would not have to go through the trauma of having to testify and stuff like that, because in our country we have the right to face our accuser. The child would have been the accuser and the victim and all that stuff. So that's, I'm assuming, I'm hoping, honestly, that's the reasoning why. um and what we'll read later on is kind of why I'm hoping that was. Anyways, but that's what I'm hoping, and it's kind of what I think is the reason why they were begging for this joint recommendation. The child tested positive on a pregnancy test and sought an abortion. Prosecutors confirmed in court Wednesday. Fuentes was the live-in boyfriend of the child's mother, El Mom. This is, and the girl was under age 10 at the time of the rape. The girl had traveled to a neighboring state to terminate the pregnancy. Her physician, Dr. Caitlin Bernard, told Indianapolis Star last summer, Ohio's fetal heartbeat law, which outlaws abortion, was enacted hours after the Supreme Court overturned abortion protections in a 6-3 ruling in June last year. Can I click and see? Okay. Now, oh, okay. Yeah, so I should be able to. Okay. Okay. All right. The Indiana Medical License Board reprimanded and fined Bernard for speaking publicly about the girl's case in violation of patient privacy laws. But the board cleared her of more serious allegations she was accused of by Indiana Attorney General Todd Rodka, among them that she failed to report child abuse and that she was unfit to practice medicine. Bernard sent a cease and desist letter last year asking Rodkin to stop making false and misleading statements about her. So, did she report the child abuse? Because I don't see anything right here. Just saying. Bernard's attorney, Alice Moracle, said in a statement in May that Bernard was grateful to be exonerated of such allegations by the board. Dr. Bernard bravely stood. No, she didn't. For access to. What she did was use a tragic case, and not only a tragic case, a very rare case. It's like grapes are 5% of the reasons women get abortions. About 5. I'll go as high as 10, but I'm pretty sure it's like 5% of the reason is grape is because of grape. So no, she was trying to use a tragic story for her own gain, which is what it was. And again, it's kind of interesting because all it said was, it didn't say that she did report the child abuse. All it said was, she just sent a cease and desist letter, and yes, she was exonerated, but it doesn't say that she was the one that reported the child abuse. It hasn't said anything in here. Okay. Yeah, whatever. Yeah. University, Indiana. So, okay. Okay. Indiana has also passed a near total abortion ban with the exception of rape, incest, and potential fatal medical complications, but a judge blocked it last year. Hold on, I want to look at something. Okay. Okay. So, anyways, yeah. So that's sorry. I was looking up seeing if Ohio had an a rape a grape exception. It doesn't look like they do. It is what it is because I don't trust any of these maps. Um. Anyways, so that's that story. So yeah, good justice was done. Mom sucks. A terrible mother. I am hoping the reasoning that the family didn't want a big old to not accept the plea deal was because of being the child having to be forced to go through all that stuff. That's my hope that that's the reason why, and it's nothing like, oh, I just don't want him to be in jail for very long or whatever. I mean, 25 years is still a long time. The fact, or sorry, yeah, before he can is eligible for parole. I don't think he should be eligible for parole ever. That's just me. I don't know about anyone else. All right, let's get on to the next one. Rolling through these. So next thing we're going to talk about. So obviously, I don't know. This may be just something on Reddit, or I don't know. So I don't know if this is real, but this was I saw this and it was interesting. This may be real. This may not be real. Who knows? So this is a transgendered individual, clearly. Um, and it goes, I have permanently fucked my life up. I'll never have fully functional genitalia again. I can never have blood children. I am the antithesis of impulsive. But the one time I acted too swiftly, I ended up fucking my life up. I am an outcast. I am unlovable. What was done to me as a child isn't to blame for my choices to transition, and neither is anyone/anything else. Okay, we'll get to this. The blame is on me because I walked into the clinic and made my decision, and I made a horrible fucking decision. How can I ever trust myself again? How can I be certain about anything if I felt so certain about that? I'm a fucking nutcase. What am I living for? I just have drifted through my life so far. The only place I belong is in a jail cell because it feels like a matter of time before I hurt someone. I'm so angry at the world. I want revenge against the whole fucking world. This is from like Chief Trump, whatever, and claims that this is a post of a transgender individual. Um, I have no idea, obviously. I mean, how can you know? Anyways, so this is very interesting because we've been a lot of people that are against the whole transition of children have been warning against this for a good while now. So again, we don't know if this is true at all. We don't know how valid this person is. If this is actually, is someone that's actually, has a problem, is struggling with this, or is just some person posting on the internet because you don't know. There's no name on it, so there's no way if you can actually know. But we will just go ahead and assume that we'll give it saying, hey, maybe it's real. All right, so maybe it's real. Um This first sentence is really important. I'll never have fully functioning genitalia again. See, that's what people don't understand about the whole surgeries. Whether you're going from male to female to male, whatever it is, you don't end up having really functioning genitalia. Either you get your, dick chopped off and have a hole gaping in and all that stuff. Yeah. Either have your dick chopped off and then you got a gaping hole that you got to use a medical device to keep it open, or else it'll close up because it's, the body sees it as a wound, not a vagina. And so not only that, you'll have no sensation. I mean, you're not gonna, someone, yeah, you won't have any, like, sensation down there. There's no nerve endings or anything connecting to any pleasure. You won't be able to feel like, you won't be able to enjoy sex. That's what people don't really understand about about this whole surgeries and whatnot, I think. And then on the inverse, it's the same thing. Like, you don't have an actual working penis. It's just like a bunch of fat from, like, your body that you stick and form into a shape of a penis, basically. And there's no nerve endings there. You don't get any sensation or anything like that. You're not going to be able to produce sperm. You can't do anything. Like, it's just a flabby dildo at that point. And then I want to go down to the second paragraph, the third sentence. I count the sentences for every time after a period. So, period, that's a sentence. Another period, that's a sentence. Maybe that's not correct, but that's me. All right. What was done to me as a child isn't to blame for my choices to transition. Neither is anyone else. False. It is the fault of the adults around this individual who instead of saying, hey, this might be a bad idea. You probably shouldn't do this. Instead, they probably went like, oh, this is great. You should do this. I am so supportive. Go ahead and do this. Now, I don't, obviously we don't know how old this person, we don't know how recent this is, and we don't know how recent this revelation is, and everything like that. But, if this was, if this is true, and this was a child that, ended up making this, choice to transition, all that stuff, it's not really his or her fault, because children are innocent and they shouldn't be making these choices because they're too complex and too confusing, and children are irrational and don't make sense because they're children. So I mean, so it's not really a child's fault for doing something dumb. But anyways, there's that. Again, we don't know, we don't know how true this is. We don't know. We don't know. Well, I mean, first off, we don't know if this is even real. It may very well be, may not be. We just don't know. So there is that. We just don't know, which, kind of important, but, just assume it's real. Unless evidence comes and proves it's not. We'll just assume it's real. And, it really sucks. I think we're going to see a lot more of those cases moving forward as all these kids that transition or stuff grow up. The next couple years, we're going to see a lot more of this. All right. And we're going to laugh at some people. All right. We talked about some dark stuff last couple, the last half hour. So let's laugh at some crazy lady. That's what we're going to watch. Some crazy fucking lady. All right. Justin, this is from Duke Liqueur, Breaker of Narratives. Justin, a pastor of this viral video, is stating this female believes she is sitting next to some sort of reptilian man in a green hoodie. Ooh, sorry. A male pastor that was sitting 3 rows behind the incident claims that the man in a green hoodie winked at him horizontally after this ordeal. If anyone can contact them, I would love to interview the man in the green hoodie or this woman in Twitter space to debunk this outrageous accusation. Here is the crazy fucking. All right, so here we go. I keep forgetting this shit. There we go.
And there's a reason why I'm getting the off, and everyone can either believe it or they cannot believe it. I don't give two but I am telling you right now, that mother back there is not real. And you can sit on this plane and you can die with them or not. I'm not going to. I'm telling you, I'm getting the off, and there's a reason why I'm getting the off, and everyone can either believe it or they cannot believe it. I don't give two but I am telling you right now, that mother
apparently it's
not real.
Okay, sorry. Again, verifying. This chick's voice is really fucking annoying. Like, honestly, it's. I wonder what she was smoking. Like, I want some of that. Hey, lady, pass that over here. All right, pass it over here. She's chicks flipping the fuck out over. I don't even know. Like, what? Like, I really wish I could like just meet her and just see like what she saw. Just because I'm so fucking curious at this point. Anyways, today there was another like perspective. So it's another video of this. So let's get to it. I don't know if this is like a big old troll or fake or anything, but it's real fucking funny, especially that lady's fucking voice. Like, god damn, she has an annoying ass voice. All right, so here it is. Oh, apparently it's this guy in the green hoodie. All right, let's see if his eyes blink horizontally. So look, he's green. He's got to be a lizard. He's a lizard person. He's gonna feast on your bones. All right. So that was the guy. It was some Asian dude. And he was wearing a green hoodie. So, therefore, he's a lizard person. I think we just, there we go. He's a lizard person. Lady freaked the fuck out. Oh, that was fucking funny as hell. Like, I don't know. Like, why'd she think he was like a reptile person? Like, he's Asian, okay? At most, he's probably a panda bear. Like, what was that chick's problem? She's like gave no reasoning for her freak out. She's like, I just want to get off here. Oh, this is just terrible. I don't Oh man, that was funny as hell. Oh, that was funny. Okay, all right. We're gonna watch this too. Right. Hold on. I'm gonna watch this just because I got some time. Might as well. But that was just funny. Like I honestly don't like lady, share what you got. I hate flying too. She was on something. She's probably on shrooms or something. The guy's wearing green. He's Asian. I mean, I think Asian people like to eat reptiles and lizards and shit. Maybe they eat weird shit. So that's probably why she's on. She's poor innocent white lady. All right, so let's check this out. We're gonna check this out. All right. Ready? So here we go. So for those who don't know, yesterday, day before yesterday, Monday or something like that, or no, over the weekend. Oh, sorry. Over the weekend, cocaine was found at the White House, in like the library, and there was memes going around saying that it was left right after Hunter Biden visited and all that stuff. It happened like Sunday or whatever, and the Biden family went over to Camp David for the holiday or whatever. So there's jokes and stuff saying that it was Hunter's cocaine. It was definitely Hunter's cocaine. When I read it, when I first watched it, I thought it was something where like Hunter just left an area and then there was cocaine all of a sudden. That wasn't the case. It was found later on, like on Sunday or whatever. So that was the case of it. So obviously we don't have actual definitive proof it was Hunter's, but it was definitely Hunter's. And we'll get some even bigger proof right here. All right, so the family here, I'm assuming it's like Tuesday, and they're gathering and celebrating shit. All right, watch them. Look at that. You saw that? Did you see that? Hold on. Watch. So he hides the camera, and then he wipes his nose a bunch of times. Classic cocaine use. Okay, so this motherfucker's definitely using cocaine. That was funny. So yeah, I mean, there's that big old scandal, and everything like that. Sorry. So yeah, that was a scandal, and everyone they see that video, and instant was Hunter doing cocaine? It's more likely he did cocaine than Donald Trump Jr. did, even though everyone claims it. So so that it's just as likely, or it's far more likely than it was about Donald Trump Jr. and everything. So let's see if there's anything else interesting going on to Twitter. Oh. I don't see anything else of interest, so I think that's what we're going to close up for the day. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's anything else of interest at the moment. Yeah, okay. So, anyways, sorry, I'm getting real distracted on the Twitter here. But anyways, yeah, that's all I got for everyone today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I enjoyed myself. I thought it was hilarious seeing that lady freak the fuck out over an Asian dude. He was probably munching on some like lizard feet or something like that, or lizard tail. I bet that's what it was. Or maybe he was eating some chicken feet, and she was, she freaked out, and chicken feet, they got their talons kind of look, lizardy. So maybe he was holding them, and that's what, and he was just holding the claws like in his hands, and his shirt was covering it over, so much so that she had the lizard feet. Maybe that's what was going. This chick was crazy. Oh, that was just funny to watch. Honestly, for me, that was really funny for me to watch. Um, Freaking over some Asian dude in a green hoodie. What the hell? All right. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you give it a like. Make sure you follow me on Rumble with Ghost. I've been getting my most views over there on Rumble. So make sure you check me out there. And of those, let's see. Hold on, what was my last video? Let's see. That's what I want my channel. So my last video got 133 views. If out of those 133 people, and the one before that got 155. So of those videos, of those people watching, and the people watching now, if you could just give me a follow. 133 people watching this stuff. You guys can't, give me a like, give me a follow. Come on, I believe in you guys. Even if you don't really like my shit, that's okay. You really don't have to like my stuff, but you should still 100% give me, a like and everything like that. I would really, really appreciate it. Oh, look at that. All right, hold on. So it looks like Andrew, hold on. I know I was going to say I was going to end the show, but apparently I'm not. Let's check this video out. There's Twitter. I wonder, is there just some crappy music going on here? So there's no sound, it sounds like. What the fuck is this good for then? They didn't even put sound. What the hell? And oh shit. The fuck, Andrew? Fail. But it looks like he's waiting for a court of appeals. Or the Bucharest Court of Appeals to try and get out of being on house arrest. So I guess I know what I'm talking about tomorrow. We'll see what that looks like. I am just willing to bet. Oh, look, there's more of this. Hold on. We're gonna. Sorry. I know. I keep saying we're gonna, but there's more on the freaking lady that does that. Thinks Asian people are freaking lizards. Hold on. You gotta watch it. All right. What is going on with my sound? Hold on. Oh, that shit again. Apparently, I got to keep this up at all times. All right. Let's try this again. There we go. All right, cool. All right, well, I don't know what happened there, but whatever. All right, let's check this out. All right, so I'm going to assume before watching this is just some people just trolling this chick. So let's watch this.
That motherfucker back there is not real.
Okay, here's the story time for you. I've tried like 2 times to record this, but I keep going over the 3-minute limit, and I don't want to do a part 1, part 2 type thing. So I'm going to try to be specific. I was on that flight. It was American Airlines. We were leaving Dallas Fort Worth. I was sitting in the left aisle, about 3 rows back from this woman. She was sitting in the right aisle, and she had this very interesting exchange with some dude in a hoodie. I don't remember the color of the hoodie. I really, you know how memory is. When you're not super paying attention, you don't remember all the details. I had one headphone in.
It's green.
Couldn't hear all the specifics of what happened, but I noticed this exchange between this woman and this dude in a hoodie. And it was kind of weird at the time because it seemed like no one else before she really started getting frantic, like was paying attention to this. But that makes sense. It was like a normal flight. This was after putting all the luggage away. We'd been on the plane for a little bit. It was before the flight attendant came over and gave the little spiel. And what I remember is she was having like a full-blown conversation with this dude in the hoodie. I'll call him the hoodie guy. She was having a full-blown conversation with hoodie guy. The weird thing was that he never once said a fucking word to her the whole time. And at the time, I don't know. I wasn't really thinking about it. But it was like...
It's probably because she was fucking annoying. Did you listen to her voice? He's probably like, bitch, would you please shut the fuck up and let me get my chicken feet?
It's like she would say something and he like would respond, but there was no exchange happening. It was just her getting more and more frantic.
Yeah, she was probably annoying the shit out of the dude. And he was just like, why are you talking to me? That's how I get, like, especially on flights and shit. I hate flying. I'll be like that. I'll be like, why are you talking to me? Like, why are you speaking to me? I really don't care what you have to say.
Which, okay, if she's drunk and she's going crazy, then you would think the dude in the hoodie.
Hey, look. She wasn't drunk. She was on shrooms.
Would have been like, what are you talking about? Like, what are you talking about? But he was just like dead locked on her, like deep eye contact.
Dude, that was the plan. He was trying to like mind control her with his like lizard hypnotics or some shit like that. No,
with her, like I don't want to feed into the conspiracies here, but like almost like she was like in a hypnosis type of thing. And she started getting more and more frantic to the point where then people started kind of noticing. Flight attendant came over, tried to calm her down, like, what's going on? She sat back down, but she kept looking over at this dude in the hoodie. And finally, she was like done with it. And that's like when I really started paying attention, like, okay, what the fuck is going on? And that's when she was like, I can't do this. She started getting up. She started walking up to the front. And then the whole video thing happened. I didn't take a video of it. I was listening to a Stephen King audiobook. I wasn't like pulling out my phone to record this. And she didn't seem drunk to me, by the way. Just throwing that out there. I didn't see.
I told you she wasn't drunk. She was just stoned like a gravel road.
Her drink. I mean, she seemed totally normal to me up until that point. The weird thing was after she left the plane, the dude in the hoodie, which the flight attendant was like, did anything happen? And he still didn't say a word. He just went like, and like shrugged. The dude in the hoodie like looked around the plane and he looked back at me and he winked at me. And again, I didn't quite register it. I was like, okay, what the fuck was that about? I was like, maybe he's just being like an ass, like winking, like that was weird, wasn't it? But now that I look back, I realized that when he winked at me and it was his left eye looking back at me, it didn't wink like this. It winked like this. And I didn't even register.
It's such bullshit. I doubt that guy was even on the flight. He's probably just trolling the lady some more. Yeah, okay. You didn't register and I went like this. Okay. It took you like, a couple hours and then you realize, oh, it didn't do this. It went like this. Oh, come on. This dude's definitely like, he was just trolling this chick. Like, it was hilarious. No, she was probably stoned out of her mind, freaked the fuck out, and then like freaked the fuck out. That's probably what ended up happening. Is pretty much it. Like, it's no big mystery. And the dude was probably just fucking annoyed because some annoying lady with some annoying ass voice was bothering him, and he was trying to like death stare him. death stare her so she'd shut the fuck up and get the hint that, like, hey, I don't want to talk to you, so will you just stop bothering me? That would be great. Or it just doesn't speak English, and she was like, why is this lady talking to me? Oh, this is Lena. Hey, look, I'm Asian too. All right, so I can make these jokes. All right, I'm Korean. Okay, so I can make these jokes. And my wife's Vietnamese. Okay, that's right. I married an Asian. I made more Asians. Got my daughter's part Asian. Okay, so I can make these jokes. It's all right. Don't give me a copyright or not copyright. Don't give me, like, in trouble, YouTube. I'm Asian. I'm allowed to make these jokes. It's in the Bible. Okay. All right. For reals this time, I'm actually done. Oh, back to the Andrew thing. Hold on. Let's look at that part. Because that was interesting. So currently, Andrew Tate and Tristan Tate are waiting. It looks like for the Bucharest Court of Appeals to see whether they can be released from house arrest. They just recently got charged a couple weeks ago. So it's only been fairly recent that they actually got charged with anything. So let's. Does this actually not have any volume, or is my shit just dumb? Hold on. Let's see. This just might not have any. If it doesn't, fail, Andrew. Fail. Okay. I'm convinced it has no sound. Okay. So anyways, that looks like what that's going on is so the Tate brothers are just waiting for the Court of Appeals. Okay. So that's what looks like what they're doing currently. So I'm sure tomorrow we'll see something about that. Okay. Thank you. Peace out. All right. So, anyways, back to all that good stuff that I was spitting. But yeah, anyways, that's all I got. I got distracted a bunch. I know, I'm terrible. But make sure you like the video. Make sure you follow me, especially if you're on the Rumble. Follow me on Rumble. I get a lot of views on Rumble, but none of you guys are liking or following me. I don't appreciate that. Give me a follow. Come on. Even if you really don't like my content that much, just give me a follow anyways. What's it going to hurt? Just turn off notifications. All right. What's it going to hurt? Just give me a follow. All right. Make sure you follow me on my Twitter at officialwghost. YouTube is with Ghost. And then follow me on my Rumble, Gaming with Ghost, along with Kick. I haven't been live streaming video games. I've been changing up, trying so I can, work on my health and all that stuff. So there's that. I do hope on Sunday and maybe Mondays to start video gaming streaming again. Anyways, I hope you all have a good day. And yeah, peace out. See ya.